We're going to have ourselves a lovely TVZ here. TeaDragon, why don't you go ahead and introduce our first player here?
Yes, sir. Spawning here in the bottom left corner on Beckett Industries LE, playing with the red Zerg drones. For Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it's Dark.
And spawning here at the top right, we have our blue Terran player playing for the team of Team Exxon. Give it up for Special.
Both players definitely at the top of their game. Dark, of course, a former, I believe, a world champion.
Yep.
Going for that pool first. I believe that is a 16 or 17 pool. So Dark looking to get a little bit aggressive here in the early game.
Yeah, you know what? This is not a bad map to do so. We do, of course, see those acceleration zones here in the middle. Kind of allows the Zerg player to kind of go across the map just a little bit tad early, as it does speeds up the lanes. But unfortunately for him, Special has thrown down that wall of yeah, it's more of a build order, a blind build order win here for Special. Now of course he does still need to wall off that right side, but with the double Reapers, I don't doubt that he should be able to defend against these Lings.
Yeah, definitely. I've never seen this before, actually, but I mean, you know, who am I to question it, right? I think that this is great. Like you said, 2 Reapers coming up. Doesn't look like these first 6 Lings that just popped are actually going to do anything. But Dark extending on his aggression, putting down a Roach Horn immediately. I love it.
Oh wow, yeah, his Overlord does see the opening there and knows that he's probably not going to be able to get any damage done with these Lings here. So he's going to go try to keep the Ling or the Reaper preoccupied back at home instead of scouting. But oh, this Reaper is making its way into the main base. Will he scout it?
Oh my gosh, and the Zerglings chase it away. The Queen comes up also. Woo, almost had a heart attack. I'm biased, you know. I am a Zerg myself, so I am always rooting for Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Dark. Alright, we see the first roaches popping, moving across the map immediately. Gonna have to wait and see just how much damage can be done as Special does put out the 3 Reapers onto the map. Just scouting around, making sure that there are no such shenanigans.
But interestingly, he has thrown down a kind of a blind bunker. Unless he's caught something that we did not notice. But yeah, he's thrown down that bunker. And that should at least somewhat help against what Dark is going for. But still, there's not a lot to clean up the rest of these Lings and Roaches here.
Yeah, that's right. Ravager, Roaches, Lings, all getting on top of the bunker. The bunker actually, I'm not sure if it finished the cancel. It might have been a kill on the bunker as the army of Dark does start to go to work on the supply depot. Supply depot catches fire. Excellent grenades from Special. Doing their best. The Reapers doing their best to spread apart that Zergling army, that Zerg army, as they do bust through the front door.
Oh, this is going to supply block Special. So this is all the units he has that he can make right now. And he's going to have to retreat back into his main base. So far, Dark, I think his cheat, or not cheat, I guess his early pressure has been succeeded or successful. And will at least slow down and delay some of the economy of Special.
Yep, definitely. Dark with that excellent instinct to macro up at home. We see drones on the production tab. Ooh, Cyclone actually does get killed by the Ravagers. And really, the Cyclone was the only thing that could actually threaten this little ball of Ravagers and Roaches. However, we do see that hero SCV. Will he get the kill? Okay, it does not get the kill.
Oh,
it was a very valiant effort, though.
Valiant indeed. That, of course, will finally get cleaned up with the second Cyclone popping out. But boy, that was a lot of damage done, I would say.
That really was. Not only were 5 SCVs killed, but we also have the delay in the mining time of Special, right? It's so crucial for any race to get that natural up and running in the early stages of the game. And Special just was not able to because, I mean, what are you going to do with a bunch of roaches down the ramp?
Yeah. Can't have a party if some burglars are right here in the living room, right? So,
That's right.
so yeah, right now, special. He's gonna have to pull a rabbit out of the hat right now. Maybe this liberator. We have seen, of course, um, liberators kind of sneak in the back and kind of get some additional workers if the Zerg player isn't paying attention. But that usually kind of partners up with a kind of a distraction towards another side. These cyclones will serve as a distraction for this liberator, but these lings will be able to surround it.
Oh my gosh, but not if those cyclones keep on coating themselves in butter like that. Oh, and one gets killed, one just barely gets saved by the medevac. As we do see that liberator taking out a couple of drones. Look at that Spore micro, look at that liberator micro, right? Very slow-paced fighting going on as the queens do come up into the main just in time to shoot that liberator away. Those Zerglings sharking around on the map, looking to see what information Dark can gain.
Yeah, and this is kind of very similar to Raynor in terms of being very active with his lings. I think him and Dark, him and Dark both kind of utilize their lings to very well and gets some extra damage done that normal Zerg players wouldn't be able to. So I really like kind of microing and the activeness of these lings.
Yep, I totally agree with you. However, they do get shot at by a Marine, a Cyclone, and a tank. Dark shoes on out of there just in time to see that there is a single drop going down at the third. 8 Marines not really going to be able to find much damage as the drones are pulled away just in time. Some of them are a little bit low health, but we do see that Spire about to finish up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I always thought that Dark was known for his Roach Hydra play. Maybe I'm thinking too far back, but I do like this Spire play.
Yeah, I feel like Dark is more of those versatile Zerg players. I think he's like kind of pretty solid and good with both styles, whether it's a Ling, Baneling, a Mutalisk, or with the Roaches or Hydralisk. I think he's kind of very well defined. There's a reason why he's a world champion is because he can switch it up and change it up, and he's good and solid in both styles.
Oh, definitely. And speaking of both styles, we do see Roaches coming out after the first 11 Mutalisks are produced. These Mutalisks are going to route down to the bottom right of the corner. These Lings trying to get us around, but Dark realizes a little bit too late that that's not actually enough to deal with that ball of Marines.
These ball of Marines gonna go ahead and make their way to the 9 o'clock base. Only Queens to defend, but at the same time, these Mutalisks does find kind of an open natural here. No turrets. Only a couple of Marines, which the Mutalisk actually going to be bravely cleaning up here.
Yeah, wow, look at that. Dark's Mutas ain't actually enough to be able to DPS down any of the Marines. And this is bad for Special. Special is sort of really looking to get damage done with these Marines at the front. Oh, look at that! 3 tanks just dropping right in front. Now you have to remember that tank DPS in the unsiege mode is actually quite substantial, right? So we do see 17 SCVs going down, but those tanks in the front also did help to kill those queens, as we do see the third going down. Poor drones stuck in the back, not able to do anything. This is a slugfest. I mean, Special's economy has been halved, right? And now it's just up to Dark to hold. Drones are pulled off the line. Queens are going to target fire the tanks down, and finally, Dark repels Special's drop.
Yeah, and that is huge. He still has saved a lot of these Mutalisks as well. At least the majority of them. So he can kind of course, replenish numbers and start harassing once again. But Special, he really needed to get more damage done across the map because he doesn't have a dirt base. He's kind of relying on these 2 bases only, and there's no dirt base on the way either. So right now, I feel like Dark has kind of edged himself into the lead here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely a slugfest of a game, right? It's already 10 minutes, and Dark does not even have 50 drones, but his opponent, on the other hand, doesn't even have 30 workers. So these mutas coming back into the main, looking to see what kind of damage they can get. There is a missile turret, so I don't suspect too much is going to happen. That SCV is going to take a real battering, a real bruising as it keeps funneling as Vespene gas, but it will live to tell the tale. The same cannot be said for one Mutalisk, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see how Special puts himself back into this very, very scrappy game so far.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that I do favor for Special is that he does get the +1 attack upgrade. So as behind as he is on the economy, at the very least, his army should be a little bit beefier. And also the creep spread from the Zerg isn't quite far-reaching, so that allows Special to kind of get on towards the Zerg bases a little bit better and kind of fight during the engagement a little bit more efficient, as he doesn't have to kite as much. But anyhow, there's only one tank, or actually, as I said, 2 tanks. Not the scariest amount of tanks, especially considering the amount of corrosive bows that the Zerg has to offer.
Oh, and the Cyclone actually taking friendly fire as the Marines stem forward.
Holy!
Just being really super aggressive and actually succeeding in taking out a decent chunk of the Roach Ravager army. And now they're just going to have free reign of the low ground, taking out the 4th of Dark. That was probably the most aggressive stim I have seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's like someone just coming right up to you and slapping you in the face.
Yeah.
And got away with it as well, but here we go. More reinforcement trying to be made here for Dark, but is it enough? Oh boy, so close.
Oh. That tank finally going down, but just barely any Ravagers left, any Roaches left. This is... wow. Okay, so Dark just barely holds at the cost of pretty much his entire army, at the cost of his 4th. I mean, I don't know what to say. If Special, for example, had a 3rd behind us, I would say Special is definitely on his way to putting himself back in the game. But at the same time, the bio is just so strong against this Roach Ravager army, and I'm just not too sure if Dark can continue holding.
Yeah, especially since now the upgrade lead has gone to Dark's favor. So now these Roaches and Ravagers are going to be able to deal with these Marines a lot better. And with the tanks gone, yeah, it's not looking pretty for our blue Terran.
That's right. I mean, since he took the first losses from the Mutalisks a while back, he actually never remade the SCVs. So look at that. He's still on 26 SCVs, just, trying to put out the Terran pain train right now. Like, I'm not sure if I admire it, but a huge tank shot setting up for the bio to come in. No Marauders with this army, actually. I would like to see some Marauders, but, you've got those tanks and you've got Marines. That's pretty much all you need, in my opinion. But will Dark be able to hold, or will Special be able to break this Red Zerg?
Special is definitely going to need a magic engagement here. But with only one tank here in the front, another siege tank in the back, but with the corrosive bows, he should be able to clean it up. And, ooh, this is...
oh, wow. We can see that DPS of the Marines really shining, and the Roach DPS just not really up to par. Zerglings reinforcing, and finally, GG is called. Dark takes the first game.
All right, we're here in game number 2 in this TVZ. Dark up 1-0. Let's see if Special can tie up the series.
Yep, spawning here in the bottom left corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, one of the new maps in the map pool this season. Playing for Team Exxon, it is the Blue Terran Special.
And spawning here at the top right is the Red Zerg, playing for the team of Dragon Phoenix Gaming, even though it says something else on his tag right here, but it is from Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Dark.
Yep, this is match point. So Dark again going for that quick spawning pool, but Special having a bit of aggression in mind, putting down 2 proxy barracks.
Yeah, now we did see, of course, the double Rax Reaper in the last game. I'm guessing with no gas here yet, this is going to be a Marine push.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about the proxy barracks, simply because, you've got the spawning pool already almost done. So, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm sure that Special, with his excellent micro, might be able to make something happen with the Marines, but I'm not too optimistic.
Yeah, it's probably better to go for maybe 3 or 4 ranks. I feel that might be a bit more effective. I've seen in the past like Terran players pull those 3 to 4 barracks Marine push in GSL, and it works. Usually, it works better compared to just the 2 racks. But who knows? We'll see if a special can pull this off here.
Yep, definitely. And this is so funny because while Dark's 6lings do finally see, hey, something is not right, we see a couple of SCVs, a couple of Marines here. At the same time, Dark is actually going for the exact same build that he did last game with the early Roach Warren. So, very interesting. I do like the choice a lot. We see the first Queen coming out, going to be able to DPS the SCVs, I believe, to help prevent the bunkers from going up. But actually, the Lings are all dead at this point, and it's just the Queen left to defend. The bunkers, it looks like one of them... Is that one going to finish? The SCV... Oh! That is crazy! Bunkers at 390 health. Just one little touch-up, and it is complete. Special probably kicking himself over that right now as the first Roach pops, and Special realizes, okay, Roaches are out. I don't think I can do anything more with these Marines.
Yeah, oh my goodness. This is absolutely crazy because Special, while going for aggression and cheese, well, Dark had something similar in mind, and now Roaches streaming and waddling their way across the map, and what the Special has. I mean, his factory is yet to be even up and running as he is trying to throw down that tech lab, but by the time that finishes, these Roaches will be knocking at the door.
There is some good micro with the Marines doing their best to DPS down one of the Roaches before all of them come across, but that Ravager is here, going to be able to bile down the bunker. Things are not looking good. Now, to Special's credit, he does have 1 Cyclone on the way. Now, 1 Cyclone could definitely change the tide of this battle because it will be able to kill the Roaches and the Ravagers from a safe distance. But yeah, this is still definitely very dicey.
I would say this bunker has been the saving grace here for Special. It will allow him to buy enough time for that Cyclone, and once the Cyclone is out, he should be able to clean the rest up.
That's right. We see those 2 SCVs pulled off the line as all of the Marines actually get killed, and now it's just a 1v1, a Ravager versus a Cyclone, and the Cyclone takes it.
And Cyclone with the knockout punch.
Yeah, exactly. We do see a second Cyclone coming out as well. But Dark, with the same follow-up as last game, we see him taking a pretty sizable worker lead here in the early game.
Yeah, of course that wasn't really super committed, so allowing those Roaches and Ravagers to kind of keep the Terran preoccupied while he drones up behind us. A really smart move here by Dark, and gonna go ahead and enjoy that nice little worker lead here in the early game.
Yep, definitely. We see that 1 Marine being sent to its death as it does scout that a 3rd is already producing for our Red Zerg. Now these 2 Cyclones, we're going to have to see just how much damage they can get done because, of course, slow Lings and Roaches are not the counter to Cyclones.
Alright. Let's see if these Cyclones can force the cancel here. There's actually not anything to defend against this. Oh, this might actually be... Oh, actually, as I say that, there is a couple of reinforcement making its way at the last second, but is it too late? Oh,
okay, and the spell does actually run out on the Cyclone. So the DPS is not quite there for 2 Cyclones to actually kill a building hatchery, as I believe this second Cyclone is also going to get killed by these Zerglings. However, we do see a massive amount of Lings streaming across the map, Ravager being morphed. Yeah, this is not looking good for our Blue Terran.
Yeah, he has no idea that this is coming. He's right now in his mind, Dark is just macroing like crazy. That is the reason why Special has no bunker to speak of, and only now is he throwing it, but it's going to be too late.
Too little, too late indeed. We see the Ravagers finally busting through, using their corrosive biles to zone out the Marines. Marines unable to really do anything as the Zerglings They are just chomping away at the wall. Oh,
Aw,
no.
man. Even that
I
plus
think
one
this is
upgrade.
it. Yep. Denied. We see the SCVs being pulled to try to help out with this fight. Widowmine not really burrowing just yet. We see the Marines. They do actually have stim, so they're on their second dose of drugs right now. But yeah, I don't think this really... I mean, even if it's enough to clean up the Ravagers, which it is not, by the way, 17 SCVs have already gone down, and this is definitely the beginning of the end for this game.
Yeah, the damage has been done already. Even if Special manages to hold off, that is just too much. So he's going to GG out, and Dark will take a convincing 2-0 victory here.